Hi, and welcome to another Free.volous webisode. Why do I do this to my head? Yes, it's been a while. I've been so busy, my friends, but I finally had some time to sit down with you, and here we are, and we have loads of empties to go through because, again, it's been a while. Anyway, let's go through all of these babies quickly. I promise it's going to be quickly. I have three body shower gels from Lush that I used up. One is Honey I Washed the Kids. It has a sweeter scent, but it's a honey-ish scent. It's not too overpowering. After you shower, it doesn't linger on your skin. This one is Mimosa. I think it was one of the limited editions. It smelled so good in the store, and then I smelled it on in the shower, and I didn't like it, and I had to force myself to use it up. It's citrusy. I think many people will like it. It's pretty tangy, but there was something about it that didn't mesh with me. And the last one was Sticky Dates. This is more sweet. It's a bit sickly when you smell it in the bottle, but then when applied to the skin, it softens and mellows down, and I really like the finishing result on my skin. So yeah, I actually like it. I can see why so many people would be put off by it in store. Again, I don't know. I think Sticky Dates was another limited edition. A shampoo that I really liked. This is the Wasabi Shankui. And this has some beads in it, and it has sort of a green scent. It smells green and botanical, and it's really nice and refreshing on the scalp. It's one of those more clarifying shampoos that I really gravitate towards because I have very oily scalp. And this worked very well. Those beads, you can use them to kind of slightly massage your scalp, but they don't feel that gritty or anything. It's a bit more on the hands when you pour it onto your hands. But this was really nice. I'll probably repurchase this one. When it comes to the body, to the shower gels, I have to say, I'm not falling in love with any of the Lush scents at this moment. Another product that I used up from Lush is the Dream Cream. I prefer Sympathy for the Skin. It's more lotiony in terms of texture. This was thicker, and the smell of which is nicer for the winter time. This is more hydrating, more occlusive on the skin. Some people may prefer this texture, but the smell of Sympathy for the Skin is something that if it were on a perfume bottle, I would buy tens of it. I love that smell. This one is a more neutral scent. I'm not the biggest fan of. It's nice. It's nice. Sympathy for the Skin, though, is all my love. Then let's talk about dry shampoos. I think these are the two that I used up. This is from René Fourtré, and it's their Naturia dry shampoo, again for oily hair. It's supposed to be invisible. This worked really well. It kind of left my hair feeling very fluffy, which was nice instead of that, gritty feeling that most dry shampoos leave on your hair. So I was really impressed with it, but I used it up very quickly. So, it's not too expensive, but and the smell is okay. It's very nice. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. I really like this a dry shampoo, and it actually lasts me a very long time. And it's not just because it's the full size. It does last me longer than most other dry shampoos. So yeah, I love this. It's very expensive, so I usually wait for sales and try to buy them then. I'm using one again from Cloran, the Nettle one, I think. That's just a classic one that I really like. Nothing too fancy to write home about, but I was really happy about it. It's okay. Now, hand creams. I have one from Rituals, which is the Ritual of Sakura. It's nice. It smells of cherry blossom, they say. It's a bit too flowery for me. I had a hard time using it up just because it has a very intense perfume. If this would be your signature scent, you would be enjoying this a lot. It's not for me. So it took me a while to use it up because of the smell. It is nice. It's lotiony. It doesn't leave your hands too oily or anything. It's fine. And this is the Body Milk by Sephora Cherry Blossom. I've finally used it up. Again, it smells like a sort of a cherry blossomy thing. I am not a big fan of these florally scents, so it was, again, one that I had a hard time going through just because of the smell. It's a lightweight lotion, nothing to write home about. Now, more things. What do we have here? For the face, I have Sphinx by Skintegra. This is an eye cream. I love this. This has retinol. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It's a thicker cream, which I really enjoy in the evenings, and I really loved using this. You know, Skintegra has some of my favorite moisturizer textures. If you want a thicker moisturizer that feels a bit more occlusive, more on the greasier side, I guess. If you want to see it as a bad thing, I can't do anything for you. This I didn't like. This is the by Muji. It's the Sensitive Skin All-in-One Essence. This did nothing for me. I was using this on my hands, and it's one of those kind of very gel-like textures. It's not actually a serum-like. It's more like a gel cream, and it didn't do much. So no notes. It's just meh. Next up, Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow. Love this. I absolutely love this L-ascorbic acid and tocopherol or vitamin E and ferulic acid, the holy trinity of vitamin C. I love it. I've used so many bottles of this. I don't have it right now because I'm using something else, but yes, I will repurchase for sure. It is a watery serum that is absolutely lightweight on the skin, and if you can handle vitamin C, this would be a good one. This I bought just to try it out because I wanted to see what the hype was about, and I really liked it. It's the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Serum. This is really nice. I feel like the texture of this is very luxurious. It feels really nice and plumping and hydrating on the skin. It works really well as a primer for makeup, although I only use this as a primer for makeup if I'm going out in the evening, of course, because I need my sunscreen throughout the day. The only thing I do not like about this is the smell. I know it's a natural watermelon scent. Fine, I feel this scent is childish. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. But I really like this serum. I would repurchase. I don't have a place for it in my daytime routine. And I use this just, you know, in the evenings as a complement to my routine or as a primer for my makeup if I was going out. So it was such a specific product within my routine that I don't see myself repurchasing just because of that. But I absolutely adore the texture and I see why people like it. It didn't pill on me or anything. Lovely. Another very well-known product, Skin 1004 Centella Ampoule, the original one. This is delightful. This is a watery serum. This is like a touch thicker than water, and you pat it onto your skin and it's instant hydration without any heaviness. Your skin feels plump and elastic, and I love that. In terms of immediate sensorial experience, that's what you get from it. And then it has that centella complex that helps with barrier repair, prevent irritation and inflammation from acne or whatever is aggravating your skin. I think this is a must-have in my collection, and I already have the 100 milliliter bottle, which I'm glad to say it's quite affordable through YesStyle, Stalvana, those websites. More. It's the Paula's Choice Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. This is, I love this to this day. Oh, I have a bit left. Can you see that? It's a runny gel oil. It's the weirdest texture. This has all the antioxidants and vitamin C derivatives known to man blended in here. It looks quite dewy when you apply it, but then it sinks into the skin very, very easily. Of course, I only use this mostly in the wintertime. It's one of my favorite antioxidants for the wintertime, and I absolutely adore it. I will probably repurchase it, not necessarily now because our winter has been very hot. Another eye cream, I used it up. This is a Suruasu ginseng eye cream. I've mentioned this very often. This is a rich eye cream with ginseng in it. It's delightful. It's very moisturizing. It's a thicker cream, so it's very pleasant to use on the under eyes, especially in the evenings, or even as a complement to, you know, a thinner eye cream if you want. I use this in the daytime also because it's not that heavy that it doesn't play well with my makeup. It's just delightful, and the skin feels plump and bouncy and, you know, safeguarded. So I really like this. I buy this from Stylevana because it's the only place where I've seen the minis, and the minis are very affordable. A mini will get you for 2 or 3 months if you use, you know, a rice grain size amount. It will last you for a long time. So don't discard the minis from Suruasu. If you buy the full size, you'll have to spend an arm and a leg. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I really don't. I used up finally my Zit Sticker Killer patches. My favorite acne patches ever. These have a 2-step. You have a little towelette drenched in a very strong, potent, eye-watering acid blend that has loads of, what's it called? Tea tree, I think, is in there. Salicylic acid, I think some glycolic, you know, a blend of acids that you apply onto the blemish. And then you have a patch which has micro darts made of a gel, and that gel has healing ingredients in it. So when it pierces the skin, it kind of delivers the ingredients a bit deeper in the skin. This, for those in-depth, lumpy blemishes that don't really come to a head, or that take a week to come to a head, this takes them down very quickly, about 2-3 uses. This is very expensive. It comes with about 10 patches or whatever, which is 8 patches, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I can't argue with the results. Now that I only have some of those blemishes once every 3 months, this is worth it for me, because I can have one of these boxes lying around and just use 1 or 2 in consecutive days, and then it's done. So I really like it. I wish this wasn't this expensive. For those more juicy blemishes, I use the other colloidal patches, the classic colloidal patches, and that's fine. Oh, another hand cream. Sorry, this one got past me. This is the Watermelon Hand Balm by Sephora. Again, another one that was a gift or something that somebody gave me. Not the biggest fan of the scent, and it's a nice hand cream. If you find a scent that you like, it's nice. It's nice. What can I say about hand creams? I don't have much to say about those, fortunately, because I talk a lot, so time saved, I guess. Now, let's talk about sunscreens. I went through several sunscreens. Yes, I do have a few open at the same time, so that makes it easier. 2 favorites, La Roche-Posay Antelios UV Mune 400. This is the invisible fluid version, and this one is the hydrating cream version. The invisible fluid is one that I have all year round. It's quite lightweight, so I really like it, especially in the summertime when it's very hot. It sinks into the skin. It doesn't leave your skin too heavy. It's really nice to reapply. No white cast, of course, and you can easily use the full amount without feeling that it's too much on your skin, and it's easy to reapply. Have I said that? But yeah. And this one, the cream, the hydrating cream, is delightful in the wintertime when the skin is drier. People with dry skin will absolutely love this. And again, it has the UV Immune 400 filter, extra protection if you are hyperpigmentation prone, melasma prone like I am. This is a great a sunscreen to go for. Just it's really good. It's expensive. I wait for sales on Sweet Care or Care to Beauty, something like that, and that's when I get them. Sunscreens are getting fairly expensive. One that is not expensive at all and that I really loved is the Centella one. Hyaloo Seeker Water Fit Sun screen, I think. Sun serum, sorry. SPF 50, PA4 pluses. It's from the Centella range, from Skin 1004. And I love this. This is very similar to the Beauty of Joseon, maybe a tad bit more of a satin glow on the skin, and the Beauty of Joseon is more of a silky glow, which is less glowy. It sinks into the skin, not heavy at all. It's one of those very lightweight creams that feels very fluid, almost very airy. Delightful, delightful. Highly recommend looking for K-Beauty, J-Beauty sunscreens because they are absolutely phenomenal. One that I really loved and was one of my favorites from last year or the year before is the Everyday one by Hello Sundays. First, I love the packaging, aluminium, quite recyclable. We like that here. And this is a moisturizer with SPF 50, not SPF 50 plus. And I really like this because this imparts loads of glow to the skin. People with oily skin that do not like that will not like this. It does sink in. It doesn't stay feeling tacky on the skin. It does stay feeling slightly creamy, but your skin looks absolutely phenomenal. And if you want that more glowy base for your makeup, this is an amazing sunscreen to use because you don't have to apply a liquid highlighter, hydrating primers on top of your sunscreen. You shouldn't. So if your sunscreen is the perfect texture as a primer, you're good to go. And this is a beautiful glowing product. This one is not my favorite glowing sunscreen at the moment, just because the Azelak RU by Sesderma just won my heart. It has a similar finish. This one sometimes with some products may pill. It's not always. The Azelak RU never pills on me. So this kind of went onto second place on my glowy sunscreens just because of that. This one though is a lot more affordable. Oh, and this is the Pause Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. This is an SPF of 50. That's what you have to know. And I love these minis to carry in my handbag. I love this product. If you apply it on, dry skin, as in not too saturated with hydration, with skincare, this sinks in and disappears. And it's amazing. And if it's applied on a bit more of a loaded skin, it stays a bit more glowy. But it's beautiful, super easy to reapply. I love the minis for that. I have already repurchased. I shouldn't buy minis for this kind of stuff. I should carry around a big bottle of sunscreen, but it's heavy. It gets heavy when you're walking around every day with your bag on your shoulder, as I have to do. It gets heavy, so I give myself a bit of allowance in that sense. Body sunscreen, Ambre Solaire Garnier, the Sensitive Advanced line. I used up this cream. It's one of my favorite, high protection creams when you have high sun exposure. I used it into the winter time and I finally used it up. In the winter time, I'm not as careful with my exposed skin just because there isn't as much because it's colder. but we had so much sunshine. I'm not bragging. This is not a humble brag. This is concerning. We're all gonna burn. But let's move on to, oh, this is a weird one. It's not made anymore. So this is old and I should have used it up way earlier. This is the Kiko Intensive Nail Care Oil Pen. And I love oil pens. It has one of these applicators. You just twist it up and it was kind of a gel oil texture. It was thicker than just oil that just melts everywhere. This one was a thicker oil that felt like sort of a cream, and it was really easy to apply. It hydrated my cuticles. I'm not that good at hydrating my cuticles. Not even wearing hand cream, let alone taking care of my cuticles, but I ended up using it up. Now I have one of those refillable pens that I fill with jojoba oil. That's what I do. I'm not buying anymore, and even Kiko doesn't do this anymore. Let's move on to lips. I have two products here. I just stopped using them and they expired, or I don't want to risk it. This is Carmex. Share the tingle. And because this tingles and has that mentholy camphor feel, I don't like this. It feels like my lips need hydration and a balm and a chapstick the most on winter time, and feeling cold on my lips when it's already cold. I don't get it for any lip product except the Too Faced one. So I stopped using this. I think this has an SPF of 18 or something. That's ridiculous. This expired basically. And this one is from Labo, I think. And it's the Water Lip chapstick. It was okay. I forgot I had it. It doesn't leave loads of shine on the lips, but it doesn't leave that nice cushiony coat on your lips either. It's very thin. So I forgot I had it. I had it lying around supposedly before makeup, but I never wore it and it expired. So it's gonna go. And then we have some makeup products. This is not makeup. This is the Hangover X Too Faced lip pillow balm. That's what it's called, the pillow balm by Too Faced. This is the only slightly minty product that I allow near my lips because this heals my lips. And again, used another one up, already have another one going. I can't live without this because it heals my lips despite the mentholy feeling. Keep in mind, I only use it inside the house. I don't leave the house with this. I only use it inside the house where I can control the temperature. Absolute favorite for 2 years in a row now. This was the Skin Chemist's Lip Plumper. Rose Quartz, Youth Defense Lip Plump. You can see by the color of it, it's no good anymore. You know those things that you save for special occasions and then you never use and then they expire? That's what happened. This is very expensive. This came in a beauty box, you know, one of those when I used to subscribe to those. That's how old this is. And I just forgot to use it. I was saving it for later and then I forgot it existed. And then I was going through my drawers and I found it and it's gonna go. It's gonna go. This does have a slightly minty feeling. It does have a slight, supposedly plumping action. Maybe a slight smoothing of the lips, I'd say, more so than anything. It doesn't make them look fuller, but it makes them look a bit less lined, I'd say. It's nice. And then, sadly, Songbird by Lisa Eldridge. This is the gloss. I had to take out the stopper because I wasn't reaching the bottom. And there is still some product in the bottom. But as with most clean beauty, it's starting to smell. So it's gonna go. I've already used it up mostly, so it's fine. I love this gloss. It looks beautiful on the lips. It's a thin gloss. It's not a thicker gloss, but it still feels very hydrating on the lips. I do feel like this has some actual lip healing properties to it. It's not just, you know, woo-woo. And I really loved this specific color, Songbird. Will I repurchase? I have to go through my lip products before I allow myself to go through this, to buy another one of these, because these are expensive, but they're really nice. Are they the most shiny? No. They're not very pigmented, but they do impart some pigment to the lips. They are just very nice products. Very nice, very well-balanced products. It feels more like a lip oil. Somewhere between a lip oil and a lip gloss. Somewhere in between. This is another one that I stopped using and then it dried up. It's the Essence Make Me Brow. If you've been watching my channel from way back when I used to have this as my holy grail brow product, you've been here for a long time. This is just one of those tinted brow gels, but you can see it's expired, but I'm still using it. Nice. It has loads of pigment. I don't know how I made it work, to be honest, because this is a mess on my brows right now. I've used this so often, so many times, it works so well. And right now when I try to use it, it's too heavy. I don't know. We don't get along anymore. And this one was expired because I don't use it. So there you go. This one I'm decluttering is the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I don't do primers that are not maybe mattifying or long wearing, like the Hydro Grip or the, what you called? Power Grip, sorry, e.l.f. The e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Those ones give me a bit more longevity or something that gives me a bit of some mattifying properties. But everything else I get from my sunscreen and my skincare. So I'm decluttering this. And the last product that I have here, it's the Too Faced Fluff and Hold Laminating Brow Wax. I loved this for 3 months. I raved about it. It was amazing. And then it's starting to dry down and it started to be dandruff on your eyebrows every single time I wore it. And I was super sad about it. And I thought, okay, this is one of those that, although it still has loads of product in there, you have to use it in 2 or 3 months and then you're done. So I stopped using it. I used the Patrick Tar one. It didn't hold my brows. I used the Anastasia one. I stopped buying Anastasia in the meantime, but I used the Anastasia Brow Freeze. Didn't work for me. I've tried everything. My brows just don't hold in place. The only thing that could hold them in place and making them look fluffy instead of pieced together, you know how that looks, and very wet, it was this. And then it stopped working because it dried out. But I was putting off buying a new one because this is expensive. And I was kind of like, oh, it only lasts you for a couple of months and then it dries out. And I held off buying it until a couple of months ago, and I bought one more. And it's starting to dry out again. So it's one of those that I really like when it's fresh. And I enjoy so much using it. My brows look fluffy and they look combed up, but just very natural. But then it stops working very, very quickly for my liking. So yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. But hey ho, it's what we have. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to repurchase. And I think I'm going to give up on brow gels, to be honest, and brow waxes and all of that. If I like the Benefit one, maybe one day I'll go back to that one. I don't know. I'm feeling so disheartened by brow products. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't and you want to see more from me. Comment down below what you want to see next from me. And as always, thank you for spending your time on me. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye.